As a lawyer with a virtual law firm, I need a space that inspires me while also increasing my productivity. In this video, I'm going to share with you my desk setup, which allows me to run my law firm from home. Hi, my name is Jarrett Stone, and I'm the owner of Stone Firm P LLC, which is a virtual law firm that I started back in 2019. If you're familiar with Law Venture, then you know that I'm a big proponent of starting a virtual law firm because it allows you to minimize expenses so you can maximize success. With this video, my goal is to help make this concept more concrete and hopefully inspire and spark some ideas that can make your life a whole lot easier. As always, I'll provide links in the description below so you can get more info on specific items that I use. Now look, there is one thing that I need to stress, which is that my desk setup has continued to scale along with my law firm's success. In fact, whenever I first went solo back in 2019, I only really had my 2015 MacBook Pro, a 55-inch desk that I got off Amazon for about $130, and for an office chair, I used an extra dining room chair that was definitely not comfortable, but it was free. Over the last 2 years, I've slowly upgraded my desk setup to improve my productivity and, truthfully, my health. One of the big investments that I made ended up being my desk that I currently use. This current one is the Uplift standing desk that's 60 inches by 30 inches. I could not be happier with this purchase for a couple of reasons. First, the entire top of my desk is a whiteboard, which I love. It's eliminated my need for trying to find a piece of scrap paper to write something on. Instead, I write straight to the desk. Second, the stand-sit function allows for me to focus more on my posture and truthfully just keeps me fresh throughout the day. In fact, I've learned that I enjoy taking virtual depositions while standing, and it makes me a whole lot more engaged than sitting. Whenever I purchased this particular desk, I also purchased the power clamp so I can keep my laptop charged and easily charge my other devices. And when I designed my desk, I made sure that there were 2 storage grommets as well. In one of them, I keep the dry erase markers and erasers for the whiteboard desktop. In the other, I keep a simple lacrosse ball so I can massage my feet or any type of sore muscle that may be giving me a little bit of a headache. With the desk, Uplift threw in a bamboo balance board, and I like this because it makes standing while working a little bit more fun because you're balancing at the same time. I just recommend that if you're going to use this board, make sure you're not doing it while you're on camera, otherwise it'll look like you're Michael Jackson in Smooth Criminal. On my desk, I still have my 2015 MacBook Pro, aka Old Reliable. If I'm traveling, then this is what I'm taking to stay virtual and to stay productive. If I'm not traveling, then I use this computer basically as a supplement to my primary computer, which we'll talk about in a second. For example, I may have this laptop showing any type of stocks that I'm interested in or that I'm trading, or I'll have case law open on the laptop while I'm also working on the main computer as well. The good thing is that both computers are connected to my law firm's Google Drive, so I can save a file from one computer and access it on the other. Super convenient. This takes me to the main computer, the beautiful, the powerful 24-inch iMac with the M1 chip. Honestly, I started looking into iMacs after getting tired of working mainly from my laptop for a couple of years. In order for my hands to be comfortably on that laptop, that means that my neck needs to be looking down, which isn't good for the spine, the old tech neck. This also made depositions look weird because the laptop camera was basically needing to be pointed upwards to where the camera's kind of looking up my nose while I'm looking down at the camera. I wanted something a little bit more natural. I'm going to keep my thoughts on the 24-inch iMac short by just saying that it's a game changer. It's super fast, it has an incredible camera for depositions, and a screen that provides so much more real estate compared to my laptop. Underneath the iMac is a bamboo monitor stand that I got from Amazon. It helps keep my head looking forward at the iMac and not down. It also provides some additional storage. Inside the stand, you'll find an external hard drive, my AirPods, charging cables, and an adapter for the iMac. Now let's talk about one of my more recent purchases. Attached to the desk are two Lume Cube lights that I use to light myself during depositions. Not only are they great because they're low profile, adjustable, dimmable, movable, but they travel with my desk. If I'm sitting at some point during a deposition, the lights, because they're attached to my desk, are pointed at me. And if I move my desk so that I'm standing, well, the lights, because they're still attached to my desk, are still pointing at me. This is definitely something to consider if you take online depositions and you do have a standing desk so you can stay well lit no matter the situation. I also use the wireless keyboard that came with the iMac. I have to admit, I am shocked with how long this battery can last. I feel like I'm never charging this keyboard, which is fantastic. Along with the keyboard, I also use Apple's wireless trackpad, and I did upgrade chairs. I'm no longer using the old dining room chair as an office chair. Instead, I went to Amazon and actually bought an office chair, and I chose this particular one that swivels and rolls mainly because the color kind of matched the vibe of my office. Speaking of originals, I still have the original desk that I purchased back in 2019, the one we were talking about earlier. That desk sits behind me. You can actually see it in most Law Venture videos. And this is great because sometimes the main desk, the whiteboard desk, gets a little cluttered and I need extra real estate. And so I'll just swivel behind me, use the original desk for that extra real estate, and keep on working. On the original desk, there are two bamboo boxes that I actually think came from Uplift for free. And with these two boxes, the big one that is basically the size of a piece of paper is where I put pieces of paper that need to be scanned and uploaded to the cloud so that they can be accessible anywhere. And with the box that's about the size of an envelope or a check, that's where I keep all the checks that I've deposited via mobile. And next to these bamboo boxes on the left, you'll see a marshmallow looking thing, and this is a Google Point. This is fantastic because it's pumping out Wi-Fi for all the devices in my office, and it also has a built-in speaker with Google Assistant, which allows me to basically tell Google to do certain things like play Spotify or change the lights, turn on the lights, turn off the lights, because I have smart lights installed in the office as well. And on both of these desks, you'll find several accent pieces that really tie the whole thing together. For example, if you look at the primary whiteboard desk, you'll always find a coaster, and on one of those coasters, you'll see a photo of my wife and me. And on the original desk, you'll see some fake plants that I think add some greenery. And next to the greenery, you'll find a light that admittedly does not look great until you're actually using it for its intended purpose. For example, backlighting a Law Venture video or backlighting a deposition adds a level of professionalism that I think looks absolutely fantastic. And of course, I have the scales of justice for obvious reasons. Well, at this point, you may be wondering, what's next, Jarrett? Fortunately, I already have an answer. I am excited to say that I'm adding an Apple iPad Pro to the mix. Unfortunately, it just hasn't arrived yet. It's still a couple weeks out. The only thing I have at this stage is the Smart Keyboard Folio. The reason why I purchased the iPad Pro is to increase my productivity even more and to also completely eliminate my need for paper. Whether or not the iPad Pro can actually achieve these goals, that's yet to be determined. But once I figure out the answer to that question, you better believe there's going to be a follow-up Law Venture video so you can figure out whether or not it's going to help you in your legal practice. If you appreciate all the work that's gone in this video, be sure to hit that like button down below. Also, if you're new to the channel and you're new to the Law Venture brand, don't forget to subscribe. As always, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, thoughts, or you just want to say hi, leave those in the comment section down below. And with all that said, I'll see you in the next video.